Hi there, your favorite hoodoo auntie, the African witch bitch. I got something to say, and I'm going to use this situation as a learning tool for my students. As y'all know, I'm your favorite hoodoo auntie, and I teach hoodoo mostly for free and for a low cost on my Patreon. But this is a lesson everybody need to hear. Y'all know First Lady Kelley Steele is trending right now, and for those who don't know, because I'm going to send a message to Miss Kelley. For those who don't know, Kelley Steele is the pastor's wife. She's the first lady. Her husband is a pastor. And they both went on that Dear Wifey podcast where they discussed their marriage and this, that, and the third about what was going on with them. And she sat next to her husband on that podcast on Cat Williams' internet. It stated that her husband would cuss her out often in the past. He spat in her face. He cheated on her with so many different women. He would spend nights and weekends away. God told her to iron her husband's clothes and help him pack his bag so he can go be with his side bitches. He threatened to beat her up when she bleached his clothes. He was a robber. She was a 911 operator, and she got a call that some sort of establishment was being robbed, and it turned out to be her husband doing it. He threw up other women in her face like, that's why the reason I hate you. You're ugly. You're not even my right body type. The only reason why I'm with you is because you give me money and you cooked me food. I wish I never married. He was an abusive emotionally, I believe physically, financially, sexually, any other Ali you can think of, this motherfucker did. And this lady bragged on this podcast talking about how she stayed with this man and now he's a wonderful man. And the podcast host said, what do you say to other women who think that you were making a wrong decision by staying with him? And her statement was this, and I quote, that's why you're single. And said it laughingly. So I have a message for her. And I'm going to liken this situation, this story, to use as a teaching mechanism for my students. Listen to your auntie when y'all hear me say what I'm about to say. Dear Kelley, dear Miss First Lady Steele, bitch, you think I don't know a kitchen witch when I see one? You think that I don't know that you work this man? You think that I can't see that you did spell work, love work, unsanctioned, unwanted to get this man to sit down? Now you're sitting up here talking about how God fixed it. I'm not a Christian. Proudly not a Christian. But in the event that Jesus Christ ever did live and died for our sins and this, that, and the third, I'm sure he didn't die for this bullshit. You're the woman that's making it hard for younger women in the church when they're in abusive relationships. It's bitches like you that tell them to stay. And a lot of those women end up losing their lives. So what did you do when you got with a man? First of all, your self-esteem is in the depths of hell. Deep in the depths of hell. Your self-worth is even lower than your self-esteem for you to sit up and accept bullshit like this. But here's the thing. I know a kitchen witch when I see one. I know a secret practitioner, and the churches are full of them. I get so many requests by church members, Christians, asking me for spells on love and asking me for spells on money. All the time I get these requests, and I do not honor them because I'm way too goddamn ethical to do love work. This is the type of shit, my students, that you will get if you sit up and try to work somebody against their will. Don't do that shit. Never let a man tell you more than once that he don't want you. Men, never let a woman tell you or show you more than once that she don't want you. People have a right to pick and choose who they want to be with. And when they do, it is your job to respect their decision and move on accordingly. Miss Kelley still didn't do that. She worked that man and she used spell work to do it. Because I took this whole situation into meditation and was informed by spirit that she did. She paid another practitioner, I don't know who the person is, or she either did the shit herself, and she worked her husband, and now she's sitting up with a big stanky ass sack of nothing and bragged on a public platform that this is what she accepted What type of example is that for her children and her nieces and her nephews and whatever, whatnot? I feel so sorry for those kids that sit up and watch that debacle and allowed that to be the framework for them and their relationships. But ma'am, I know a kitchen witch when I see one. I swear it is as bright and as clear as day. And the sad part about it is he didn't sit down and slow down and be a quote unquote good husband because he wanted to. He did it because you manipulated him, and he old and out of shape, and the tank, that gas is out of his tank. He didn't park the car because he felt like not driving no more. He stopped the car because he had nowhere else to go. Ladies, gentlemen, this is a classic example of a person who need to do self-love and healing before they get into a relationship with anybody, so that they can learn their self-worth, so that they don't have to go out here looking like a good goddamn fool, ironing a man's clothes so they can go be with they side bitch, and getting cussed out and spit on. Motherfucker hawked back and spat in his wife's face, and they ha-ha and kikied about that shit on that podcast. And I looked dead in her eyes and I was like, wow. And then it hit me. She worked him. That's why he never left her. She was working this man for years and probably still doing it. Don't do that shit, ladies. Don't do that. Gentlemen, don't do that. Okay? Love should be genuine. Love should be organic. Love should, you should never have to use manipulative spiritual energy to get a person to love you. They should do it because they want to. Want is the key word of the day, and the most powerful word in this. Because on both sides of the fence, the reason why he cheated on her, because he wanted to. And he knew her self-esteem was too goddamn low to leave or stop. So why not stop? Why should he stop? He spat in her face because he knew that bitch would come back for more. Now, he's despicable. I'm not coming for her only. What man cusses you out, spit in your face, openly cheat, throw other women in your face, take your money, and then rob people in the community? Because he knew he had a duck on the line that he could always go back to her. And she proved right because she worked that man. He's sick, she's sick, and y'all don't be sick, okay? Love yourselves. Self-love work is the name of the game. I am the African Witch Bitch Hoodoo Practitioner. Follow me on my platforms and purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies from my online botanica. I will talk to you guys soon. Ashe.